He called me earlier. He's like, yo, when you spar, I'm going to come to the gym. I'm like, I'm going to spar at 4 o'clock. I really didn't think he was going to pull up, but he pulled up. It means everything, his advice and listening to him in the ring. He calling out little shit. I'm trying to make sure I do what he says. So a hell of a blessing to have Bud, Floyd, all these guys backing me, and I appreciate them. I'm just trying to keep pushing and keep getting better and better.
The most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
Hearing that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been training with Shakur Stevenson before his fight with Teofimo Lopez doesn't come off as shocking news. It comes across more like a steady, solid move.
Wow.
Oh, it was so amazing. It was, but now I'm kind of so used to like,
regular.
Yes, it feels so normal. Like, honestly, that's why me and like Floyd is so like close now, because it's like I'm a genuine person, and he don't like he like genuine people around. So,
do you think he sees a lot of you in himself?
Yeah, he do. I know he do. But like I said, I feel as though I appreciate them guys. I appreciate them. I really don't even look at them like how everybody else look at them. I look at them
friends.
Yeah, like it's like cool people.
Floyd Mayweather and Shakur Stevenson aren't just friends, they connect on a deeper level in the gym through timing discipline and knowing what it really takes to win fights. Floyd joining Shakur and Bud's training sessions isn't about attention or authority, it's about fine-tuning skills that are already strong. He isn't there to remake Shakur, but to polish him, focusing on the small details that turn close rounds into victories.
So Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? The lightweight, who you would put where?
Well, you got guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, around that area. So, I mean, as of right now,
skills that pay the bills.
The most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out.
Footwork, punch efficiency, and staying solid on defense under pressure are the details casual fans miss, but fighters notice instantly. Floyd has always shared knowledge with those who respect the sport, not out of obligation, but because he knows how rare true discipline is. For Shakur, having Floyd in the gym isn't about mimicking his style, it's about strengthening the mindset, staying composed when the opponent is aggressive, and staying sharp when the stakes rise.
What's the sort of last couple from me? What's the sort of best bit of advice he's given? You've obviously got so many people you can call on. You're in a very fortunate position like that. You've got a strong team. What's the sort of best bit of advice he's give you in this game?
A lot of advice he be giving me is like boxing related, and he always want to show me like little tricks and little things that I could take with me. And that's why I fuck with Floyd heavy, because a lot of people be hating on him, but they don't understand he really like a real dude. And it's even crazier. A lot of people be seeing him like when he around, he come with like 15, 16 people. I swear he had to be at the gym with like 2 or 3 people. 2 or 3 people chilling. It was a normal vibe for him. It was regular. He was comfortable. And I think that side of Floyd, I think that's the side that
When fighters of this level begin sharing techniques instead of hiding them, you can tell something significant is happening. And hearing that Floyd is helping sharpen Shakur's skills in the gym naturally brings attention to someone who has already faced the toughest challenges in the sport.
Boris is an amazing fighter. He's going to have a great career. Crazy skills, good boxing ability, and I will always be proud of him, always. That's why, even like Shakur, I had a chance to train him the other day in the gym.
Shakur is an incredible fighter. He has a bright future, amazing skills, and solid boxing ability, and I will always be proud of him. That's why I recently got the chance to train him in the gym. Theory is useful, but nothing compares to real experience. That's where Jamani Ortiz stands out. I appreciate his energy because it's calm confidence, not empty talk. He isn't judging from highlights. He's been in the ring with Teofimo Lopez and knows exactly what it feels like when Ortiz says he favors Shakur Stevenson. It's not disrespect, it's logic. He's basically saying cutting off the ring might look easy on paper, but doing it against someone like Shakur is a completely different challenge.
Rather have the winner of the two. So, I mean, who do you think wins that fight? I mean, do you think Shakur will be able to?
I think Shakur would win. Yeah. We know Shakur's a great boxer, and we just seen what I did to Teofimo. So I think Shakur will be able to box him out easily.
I actually laughed when he said the training camp confirmed everything he expected from Teofimo, because that's one of the highest compliments you can give a fighter. No surprises means no fear. Ortiz is subtly highlighting that Shakur thrives in those in-between moments when punches barely land and frustration grows. The crucial point for me is how tough it will be for Teofimo to land shots consistently. Not impossible or hopeless, just very difficult.
Hopefully during training camp they learn how to cut off the ring. We'll see. I think I don't. It's gonna be hard for Teofimo to get in some punches off on Shakur, but we'll see.
That's pure boxing honesty, no drama, no exaggeration, just the challenge. And then Ortiz turns the focus back to himself, talking about making an impact the same night, which I respect because that's the mindset of a true fighter. What stands out to me is simple. When the people who've actually faced Teofimo say Shakur's control could be the bigger problem that says it all, this fight isn't about flashy moments, it's about positioning, who gets to fight on their terms, and when someone with first-hand experience says, yeah, that's going to be tough, it's not chatter, it's a real warning.
I guess asking you, being in the ring with Teofimo, was there anything that surprised you with him in terms of not the success you had, but like, was there anything you thought would be harder or anything that he did that you didn't expect?
No, everything, training camp went so well for that fight that everything I seen, I already expected and seen it coming.
Right after Jermaine Ortiz's calm, precise analysis, the kind you nod at and remember, Greg Hackett storms in like he brought fireworks to a chess match, and that energy changes the whole conversation. Ortiz gave us the careful plan, Shakur winning by decision using smart footwork and mental control, but Hackett reminds us boxing isn't always polite chess, sometimes it's chaos. He's not talking subtlety, he's talking consequences. Land a clean shot at the right moment, and Teofimo's night turns messy and dangerous. I love that contrast, strategy versus explosion, because it makes you accept two truths at the same time.
I feel like Shakur for the dub. I like Shakur for the dub because he knows how to win. Like, he knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? And he's always prepared to win. So, and I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he gonna train like he's never trained before, because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date, even though he's been in some great fights. This is probably the best opponent.
Yes, Shakur is precise and tough to hit, and yes, Teofimo can explode in a sequence that makes careful plans look fragile. So when Hackett talks about volume, urgency, endless punches, and relentless pressure stripping confidence, I hear a coach trying to create a different fight than the one analysts politely expect. We can't ignore the math of combat. One sudden shift from Teofimo, and the assumed fight changes. That's why I respect Hackett's honesty. He doesn't sugarcoat boxing poetry, he highlights the practical mechanics that actually win fights. My take is we should stop pretending this is just style versus style, and recognize it's also will versus will, hidden in technique.
I work on the opposite. So what I hear you saying is, when you tracking a guy down and getting out of the habit of loading up one shot, that means you got to take smaller steps and put smaller shots together. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense where Teo like to jump, you got to stop that jumping. You know what I mean? Take smaller steps, inching behind smaller jabs, smaller right hands.
You want precision and control? Bring Shakur. You want to disrupt the rhythm and force chaos? Bring the Teofimo who explodes off counters and makes fights messy. The funniest, truest part, and I'll stake this in conversation, not bets, is how narrow the line is between him lighting Shakur up and getting outboxed. One small mistake, one missed step, one overcommit from Lopez, and the night changes. So listen to Ortiz and learn the plan, but don't ignore Hackett's chaos guide. We're in for a fight where discipline and unpredictability will each take turns looking dominant, and that's why every round will feel like a mini verdict. We're watching to see which side prevails.
I mean,
does the best version of Teo have to come out to beat Shakur?
Not just the best, it got to be the unheard of version, the version we have never seen. You know what I'm saying? It got to be different. I'm telling you, he can't approach Teo like he approached everybody else. He can't approach Shakur like he approached everybody else, and he can't approach Shakur like, you know, like, all right, I did whatever I had to do and can't. He gonna fall to me. He gonna fall to my. It don't work like that with Shakur.
Right after Greg Hackett came in with his explosive takes, the AOY breakdown slides in more subtly, but with sharp precision, like someone lowering their voice, because what they're saying actually matters. Listening to this, it's clear we're in the uncomfortable truth zone. Not hype, not fear, not praise, just pressure. The whole analysis centers on one harsh reality: early Teofimo is dangerous, late Teofimo is uncertain. And that's not bias, it's film study laid out like this. You see why the fight feels like a ticking clock instead of a slow climb. Teofimo Lopez doesn't have 12 rounds of grace, he has windows, and those windows open fast and close hard. This breakdown doesn't glorify his explosiveness, it frames it as a weapon. The question isn't if Teofimo can land, but if he can force Shakur to react early. Once Shakur settles into his rhythm, the fight becomes about control, not just a man. That's where the term fatal flaw fits, not because Teofimo lacks skill, but because his margin for error is razor thin. Early pressure is essential. Miss it, and every reset, every pause, every breath favors the other fighter.
I'm looking at him like if I'm Teofimo, the reason I took that fight is because I say if I get in the same positions, I can get into those spots where I can hit Shakur clean. Can Teofimo hurt Shakur with one shot? Can he hurt him clean? He hasn't been a killer, as much of a killer at 140, and after Kambosos, he hasn't been the same in my opinion, but he's still explosive and still dangerous in the first 7 rounds. You know what I'm saying? First 8 rounds. So I think it's a good fight. I like the fight actually because of that. Teofimo got the explosive punching power on his side and good athleticism, and Shakur has superior boxing IQ, good range, good distance. So it's great. It's good boxer versus good athlete at this.
Then there's the other side. The part that makes you stop and think the pressure isn't the same for both fighters. That's the subtle insight. Shakur Stevenson isn't fighting just to survive, he's fighting expectations. And sometimes those weigh more than punches. Akoi captures that perfectly. Just winning isn't enough. You feel it, dominate, or face doubt, control, or face criticism. It's a tough place to operate, especially when Shakur's style is built on stopping chaos, not seeking it. That's why this fight can't be neatly predicted. Teofimo has to turn the start into a storm. Shakur has to show storms don't shake him. One is forcing chaos, the other proving control reigns. I love that this analysis doesn't take emotional sides, it maps timelines. Early rounds favor danger, late rounds favor order. And the real question we watch for is simple: does the danger strike hard enough before order locks? And that's not a clean answer, that's a collision.
I think Shakur, like a lot of fights, he needs this name in order to silence a lot of the naysayers, because people talk a lot of shit about Shakur, especially after the De Los Santos fight. I don't think, the Zabata fight took it off of him, even though they tried to make it seem like, it should be off him at this point. I don't think that fight was the one. I think Teofimo is a name that will shut everybody up if Shakur can go dominate.
When you put it all together, Floyd sharpening Shakur's skills, Ortiz calmly showing where the floor gets slippery, Hackett shouting about chaos like it's part of the plan, and AOY quietly tracking the clock, you see this fight isn't about who's right. It's about who can survive their own truth. Teofimo lives in moments. Shakur lives in minutes. One excels when everything erupts. The other thrives when the noise fades. That's why this matchup resists simple predictions. Every round asks a new question. Can Teofimo force urgency before Shakur's system locks in? Can Shakur break belief without ever raising his voice? There's no fake hype, no safe story. This is control versus chaos, patience versus ignition, and the line between dominance and disaster comes down to inches and instincts. That's why we watch. Not to feel clever, but to see which philosophy actually holds when the bell keeps ringing.
And making a rumble early, he got a chance to get Shakur, for sure. You know what I mean? But his is going to come from blunt force trauma, not attrition. I think Shakur is obviously the dominant of the two in regards to class. He's in a different class, but a fight is a fight. So if Teofimo can punch you in the mouth and change that game plan, then he got a shot, but he got to do it early.
Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments and really debate this one, because it deserves discussion. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Alert. We'll see you in the next video.